You'll want to grab tickets for this. Let's go behind the scenes of Studio Suggs' new movie, All the Red Flags. I cannot wait to introduce you to the team behind a new Memphis film where dark secret lingers before a couple in an original comedy thriller, All the Red Flags.
He was the perfect boyfriend. We'd only been dating for a few weeks, but it seemed like so much longer. I thought I knew everything, but there was still so much to learn about Oscar. You're not making any sense. There's nothing wrong with Oscar.
Woman, you are crazy.
I'm saying he's not just a mailman, Vanessa.
Hey, buddy, stop right there.
You can't believe them, my sweet. I give you love. I give you comfort. I give you stability. I gave you everything you need.
Oscar.
Things just aren't adding up. There's too many people getting hurt. You need to face the facts.
Vanessa, you have such a good heart, but you are missing all the red flags.
I am hooked. Welcome to the team behind the new film, co-founders of Studio Suggs, William Suggs III, and Caleb Suggs. Oscar, crazy man. All righty, All the Red Flags. Tell me about it. We just saw a little clip and I love it. Scary, funny.
Yeah, a little bit of both. All the Red Flags is a comedy thriller. It's kind of like a parody of those Lifetime murder mystery movies that you see on the channel all the time. It's about a Vanessa, a young businesswoman, who meets the love of her life in a shy and timid mailman named Oscar Jones. Unbeknownst to her, he might be hiding a little bit more than he seems.
So this is Oscar in the movie. He's the crazy one, pretending to be the good guy.
Pretty much, you could say
like
that.
Like in real life. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, you never know. You never know.
You never know in real life. And you wrote all of this.
Yes, wrote and directed it.
Wrote and directed. Now, is this your first film?
No. So for me, I've produced around about 14, and this will be, I've directed 11 of 14. So this will be number 10 for me.
Wow. When did you start?
Did my first film producing job back in 2018 when I was at the University of Memphis. It was to the journalism department for a documentary on the civil rights history of Memphis from the sanitation strikes in '68 all the way up until the point Black Lives Matter. Directed for the first time in 2019 with another documentary for the audio engineering course at University of Memphis, and a little comedy short called Uno Out that went to Indie Memphis that same year.
Wow. So when you talk, when you're doing this, like putting this all together, what goes through your mind? Are you like basing it on a previous experience, or is it just something that you just kind of make up as you go?
It kind of depends. Usually what happens is I have one kind of scene or one shot that I kind of want to do in my mind, and then as I picture who's in the scene, I'm a very visual thinker. I have all these little moments that that come to my mind for this one project, and the writing comes into how I want to connect them all. So a lot of times I have the ending, and then I'll have the beginning, but I just got to find out how to put it all together. Exactly. And with something like this, especially the comedy, there's usually a lot of Easter eggs or parodies that we're doing of something else. And usually I write the script, and then for this one, William, my brother, is the lead actor here. And so giving it to him, he recognizes almost all the little inside jokes or things that I'm putting in there.
Almost
and a lot of times,
almost immediately.
And as we're shooting it, it's with something like this, a comedy, it's a really free flowing. So you get to put the idea to people and start acting it out, and then people all of a sudden say, hey, wouldn't it be funny if you did this, or wouldn't it be cool if we added this thing here?
So it's like a collaborative kind of event.
Pretty much,
Add some stuff in.
Pretty much, yeah. As we were filming it, there were a couple times where I was joking. I'd be like, yeah, what if we did this? What if we did this? And he'd be like, actually,
that's a good idea.
Good idea. And I'm like, no, hey, wait, no, I was playing. But but then we ended up doing it, and it worked out for the betterment of the film, I think. So
did you see your brother playing that role, or were you thinking of someone else?
Yeah, usually, sometimes I go ahead and put auditions in, but a lot of times, because I'm already kind of picturing everything in my mind, I always kind of mentally place people where I think they would fit. And then for something like this, I already knew William was going to be the one to play a psycho killer, in a comedy movie. So I thought that worked out really perfectly.
Really good. So what was it like for you? Playing the crazy man.
This one was weird for me just because it's definitely like completely left field to my actual personality. So I had to.
So he says, all right.
At least he'll say I'm lying, but it was fun. It was fun to play the role because a lot of it was just doing things and acting goofy like I would like around him at the house, things like that. So I think it was kind of where it was tough for me is like actually just getting out of my comfort zone and actually like acting like that for like everybody to see.
Have you always wanted to act?
I think it's always been something. It's always been something interesting. I don't think it was something I thought about pursuing like professionally.
Would you consider it now?
I might. I really don't know. I think it would be fun to pursue, just to explore like different roles and things like that.
Or were you just trying to support your brother?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
What do your parents say? Like, this is awesome.
Well, I think, every movie we do is very PG, very family oriented. So even something like this that's about a killer, I mean, there's nothing too graphic or anything in it, right?
No.
But I think, our parents were like, my mom is actually one of the producers on this film because she just likes to know what's going on and
Got a
help.
little family affair, making sure you stay in line.
Exactly. Well, she just likes to get all the
embarrassing.
She likes to get all the details and help arrange like all the props and things like that, or always there to think about, okay, how are people going to get fed? How are we going to get to point A to point B? Kind of the logistical things. And my dad kind of came in because there's a pretty extreme, I guess, stunt or prop heavy scene towards the end of the movie. He helped kind of construct and build that set, and I think every other movie they've played a certain part there. My dad has actually been in about 2 movies himself.
Wow.
Small roles, but stuff that you can definitely point him out in. So.
Okay, so when can we see the full movie?
Yeah, so All the Red Flags is interesting. So right now it's being picked up by a lot of different film festivals here in Memphis, around the country, and internationally.
Okay.
So it'll be playing in the Black Film Festival in Atlanta in October 27th. We'll have one screening coming up with a nonprofit organization called Peer Power in town. That'll be happening next Friday.
Is it open to the public?
But the details still didn't worked out, but I believe it will be.
Okay.
And we're working on an online release date. All of our movies are available. All the Studio Suggs movies are available on YouTube for anybody to watch at any point.
Okay.
All the Red Flags should be releasing within the next couple months, if not in October. And I'll also be premiering on Germantown High School's live stream GHS TV on October 31st. And I mean, keep an eye out because it could be in some local film festivals here in Memphis as well.
Yeah, because we have our Indie Film Festival coming up. So yeah, it could be there. So tell us some other movies we can see. So we can see all of your stuff on YouTube. That's correct, right?
Yes.
What else can we look to see from you? Okay.
Right, so Studio Suggs launched back in 2021, and since then we've made about 2 movies a year. And so right now our first film, Homeboys Haunted 2, which was a comedy horror movie.
Homeboys Haunted 2.
Exactly. Won an Audience Choice Award at Indie Memphis last year. You can catch that on YouTube along with our other movie. It's Love Shake. It's another short, it's a romantic comedy. That one's about 8 minutes, and William is also one of the main points of romance in that movie as well. We have a feature film. It was this one's more of like a family drama with a little bit of comedy, and it's called Free Indeed. It was a feature film. You can catch that as well as just a romantic drama short that isn't really comedy. It's called Friendship.
You've been a busy man.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. So good. Very proud of y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys check them out on YouTube.